Yes, well, one of the reasons I feel Australia are the best in one-day cricket at the moment is the competition within the sides. And Michael Clarke and myself, along with my HP Spectre PC, we're going to analyse just some of the competition within the Australian side. Particularly, and first up, I want to talk about James Faulkner and Mitchell Marsh, because their rivalry is key to Australia's success.
Yeah, look, I love the fact they're both in the team as well, Tub, to be honest. I think their records are quite similar. I think Faulkner's played a few more games than Mitchell Marsh, and Marsh has probably scored a few more runs, but that's because of the position Mitchell Marsh bats compared to Faulkner. But I love that they do two facets of the game. It's not just about batting or bowling. These two can bat, these two can bowl, and I think both guys are really looking for opportunity. Give me a chance, they're saying to the captain, and I'll stand up, whether that be with bat or with ball.
Well, let's look at Mitchell Marsh first. Mitchell Marsh, to me, is more of a top-order player who bowls a fair bit, but I think he's more of the all-round, the batsman you're looking for a big score from, where Faulkner more a finisher.
Well, I think where Mitchell Marsh bats in the order, there's no doubt. He's looking to try and cement a position in that top six. He sees himself as a batsman who can bowl very handy overs, and his bowling's improved. This footage here, we're seeing Mitchell Marsh at the death. But what Mitchell Marsh needs to do more consistently is get to this position. Get himself to 30 or 40 if he's batting in the top six. Be there with 10 overs to go and then execute like that. His bowling has certainly improved.
Yeah. I was just looking at James Faulkner. He, as I said, is more of a lower order player, and his average is probably inflated slightly by having a lot of not outs to his name. But he is an excellent finisher with the bat and the ball.
I think Faulkner is one of the underrated players. I think he's had a lot of success in this Australian one-day outfit. Always seems to contribute to the team, whether it be with bat and ball. I like his execution at the death. I like those slow balls and his power game with the bat. Let's not forget that game he played against England here a few years ago now, where he won
the Aussies.
We were absolutely no chance, and he blew them away. So I think Faulkner, again, like I said, is one of the players that's looking for a bit more opportunity.
What about his bowling? Just quickly, that slower ball. Are opposition sides starting to pick that a bit better?
Even if they're picking it, you still got to play it. So I think on big grounds like we've got here at the Gabba, big square boundaries, I think it'll play a big part today.
Well, the other big rivalry, I suppose, within the side is that Travis Head-Glenn Maxwell rivalry. We saw Glenn Maxwell left out of the Australian one-day side during the Chapel Hadley, partly for disciplinary reasons, but also because Travis Head is doing such a good job. He's now at the top of the order, a real opportunity for him. Yeah,
well, look, Travis Head's grabbed every opportunity possible. The Australian selectors went with him, gave him a chance and left Maxwell out, and he really cashed in the middle order. He's got a good power game, as we see here. We saw down in Canberra, but now he gets an opportunity at the top of the order. So for him, he'll want to grab that. Usman Khawaja probably feels unlucky to miss out, but again, Travis Head bats and bowls. Glenn Maxwell bats and bowls.
Well, you talked about Glenn Maxwell. I think he brings an X factor to the Australian side. If I take a look at, if we go back to the World Cup final, your last one-day game for Australia, I think, I want to highlight that run-out of Tim Southey to win the game. Watch this. This is Maxwell, a short mid-wicket. I know it wasn't a major part of the game, but that's what he can bring to the table. A bit of X factor with bat, ball and in the field.
Well, that's the key. There's all three facets. That's what you look for as a player. Ideally, you want to be able to do everything. So that way you're involved in the game. Glenn Maxwell is an X factor. Entertainer, but he needs to be more consistent than he has been in his previous games for Australia in the shortest format.
I agree. He's only made one score above 6 in his last 8 one-days, I think, for Australia. He needs to be more consistent. But like you, I love seeing him in the side.
Yeah, I agree.
So there you go. A couple of real good matchups within the Australian side.